Hello, I'm Dennis Cometti and welcome to tonight's game between the Hawks and the Cats. Tonight's blockbuster is being held at the University of Tasmania. Unpleasant humidity for this match. The players sweating like Marlon Brando eating Thai food. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. We have the toss of the coin. Coming off a string of losses. Here's the bounce to kick off proceedings. Good tap from McAvoy, controlled by Impey. He's got the footy in his hands. Menzel sends the ball on its way. Marks sends the Sharon on its way. McAvoy has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Anything that goes that far needs a stewardess. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. No good. Point the difference. He has a few options. A kick to himself and play on by Taylor. The mark is taken by Murdoch. Boots it. Over the top of the pack. Gets boot to leather. Takes that one strongly.
Motlop can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match. He takes a strong mark. He boots it. A great mark under pressure. Mitchell slams the ball to his boot. The mark will be paid.
A torp from Mackey. Good mark by Dangerfield.
Gee, a long kick there. McCarthy with the ball.
Jams it on the boot. Well, he gave it a shot. The loose ball scooped up. Handballs to the running man. Intercepted by Henderson. Takes control of the bouncing ball. There'll be a ball up in the centre square.
McAvoy really wears his heart on his sleeve. Takes possession. Good hand skills there. Interception. Impey by hand. Gunston goes for home. Out on the full. Terrible.
A chance for both teams to set up as the ball crosses the line. Hughes clears it out of the 50 and the mark will be paid.
Hurley has some great leadership skills, and leadership is about getting other players involved and being able to take it as well as dishing it out. The only way you're going to get respect from your teammates. Dangerfield boots it long. Thurlow with the mark. Puts boot to ball. Sicily really forced to earn that mark.
Kicks it across the ground. Burgoyne marks. Kicks it. Strong mark by Proust. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 40 metres from home. Going for goal number 1. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? The first goal going to the Hawks. Umpire has the ball ready for the centre bounce. McAvoy got the hit out. Bounces favourably for Mackey. Ball up in the centre square. Deft touch from Smith. Big man does nicely. Selwood approaches tackles like some people approach chocolate. McAvoy kicks inside 50. A solid mark from Taylor.
Geelong have been able to take more marks out there, but most of these have been from playing possession footy. They need to start taking a few more risks out there. Puopolo lines up. It's going. Puopolo goes long and gets the goal.
All is in readiness. The bounce.
The Hawks are really trailing in the clearance count. They might want to target this as an area to improve, but it's not really being reflected on the scoreboard. It's a mark. Taylor kicks it. He takes a strong mark. Puts boot to ball.
It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. He was pushed. Nice hands. Siegler won't hit the intended target. Bounces favourably for Puopolo. Burgoyne off the side of his boot. It was all his. Lining up the goal now. 30 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. That's 2 in a row for Hawthorn. Hawthorn leads by 19.
The Hawks were just playing kick to kick out there and have barely had to crumb a loose ball in the forward line.
Menengola cops it from behind. That kick has covered a very long distance. Marked by Bruce. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. A chance to add one more to his tally. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. Hawthorn leading by 19 as we go to the break.
Hawthorn will be happy with the early scoreboard pressure they are applying to the Cats. They are setting the standard out there, and it will be interesting to see how the Cats can come back after the break.
Let's take a brief look at the stats.
Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. Geelong is slightly ahead with 7-5. Both teams are sitting fairly even on the board in marking contests.
That's a unique spin on things, Richo. And here's the start of the second term.
There are only 2 options regarding commitment. You're either in or out. There is no such thing as footy in between.
Dangerfield receives the ball. He runs into the goal. Menengola lets fly with a shot at goal. Menengola gets the goal with an ambitious kick. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Smith gets the hand pass. His first possession. Strong mark. Gunston going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. All eyes are watching. Ball over the boundary line. Kicked in a flurry. Good mark on the run. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
I reckon he may struggle from here, Dennis.
45 metres out. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. Impey going for number 1. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal! And that puts them further in front.
Hawthorn were just playing kick to kick out there and have barely had to crumb a loose ball in the forward line.
McAvoy directs it down. Choose to kick it. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark.
Tui has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball. Good mark. Puts boot to ball. Mitchell with good strong hands.
Works it across the ground. Collected by Impey. Smith there to mop it up. I haven't seen him for a while, Richo.
Yeah, he's barely touched the ball, Dennis.
It's impossible to outplay an opponent you can't outthink. Think about that. Gains possession. He pumped that one. Cleanly picked up. The ball goes over the boundary in the pocket. Shoulders locked, eyes on the ball. Effective hit out there, able to grab it on the half volley. Intercept by Stanley, a favourable bounce. Mitchell dishes it off to the running man. Kolajasny ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Over the top of the pack.
Murdoch got a really good footballing brain. He gets it under pressure, puts boot to ball. He picks it up cleanly, he gets boot to the ball. Impey with the ball, he gets boot to the ball. He takes the contested mark.
Pellick really got onto that one, right off the sweet spot. Mackey slams it on the boot. Beautiful. Stanley kicks it. Great grab.
No questioning whether Geelong can take a mark. I think everyone has seen enough cheap marks taken out there. Geelong need to start kicking more direct for goal. Lang with a strong mark.
Going for goal number 1. Lang with a great kick. He sinks his first goal. Big trouble for Geelong. They need to kick a few now. The bounce is dead straight. McAvoy gets the tap. Manages to get a hand to it. Tui has the ball. He's a ball magnet. gets the behind. The Cats just dropped more than 2 goals behind. Plays onto himself. Stratton launches it. Marked by Selwood. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. And the mark will be paid. He kicks it. Solid goal. Gets his first. That's 2 in a row for Geelong. 2 goals would change the lead in favour of Geelong. McAvoy knocks it down the field. Controlled by Impey. Penetrating hand pass. Back to Tui. Boots it. Gibson grabs that one. Gets boot to high. Taken by Rioli. Works it across the ground. So half-time, and Richo, what are your thoughts on the first half?
The Hawks are playing well, but even if they are on the right track, they'll get run over if they just sit there in the second half. So they need to go into the rooms at half-time and sit and look at ways that they can improve.
Richo, what did the stats tell us?
Terrible stats for Hawthorn, but they're getting results in the end, and the score is what counts.
Thanks, Richo. It's half-time, and we'll be back soon for the second half. A nice long half-time break, and we're ready for another half of footy.
What to do with a mistake? Recognise it, admit it, learn from it, then forget it.
McAvoy taps. Approaching the goals now. Impey takes an uncontested mark. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
I reckon the distance might be too much from here, Dennis.
And over the boundary line she goes. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato, quickly disposed of by Taylor. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
I won't be putting my house on this, Dennis. He might not get this.
It's going. The Hawks by 7 points.
Taylor's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. No one around troubling him there. Buse slams the ball to his boot. Murdoch with a strong mark. He slams that on the boot. Menzel with good strong hands. He gets boot to the ball. Stanley claims the ball.
Jams it on the boot. Smith made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Puts boot to ball. Clean pick up by Lang. Mitchell there to mop it up. He's a ball magnet. Kicks. Good mark by Thurlow. 50 metres from home. He's on a 30-degree angle. Minangola soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Going for goal number 2. Minangola slots the goal. The lead is easily in reach for Geelong. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Effective hit out there. The loose ball scooped up. The loose ball picked up. No contest for that mark. Roughead lining up. Roughead whacks one on the boot for goal. Roughead executes the goal well. That's number 2. The Hawks by 7 points. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Here's the bounce. McAvoy gets the tap. Mackie is dragged down by Impey. Murdoch gets the hand pass. He picks up the loose ball. Smith comes away with the ball. Going for goal number 1. Smith with a massive goal. Hawthorn have scored the last 2 goals. The Hawks with the advantage as they lead the Cats 38-25. The ball in the hands of Impey. The spilled ball is collected. Tui picks up the loose ball. McCarthy couldn't hang on to the ball. Very quiet by his standards. He takes control of the loose ball. How has it taken this long for him to get his first possession? Hodge puts it on the boot. Nice mark there. Gregson boots it. Only 90 seconds remaining. Minangola picks up the bouncing ball. Hits the running man. Not many possessions for O'Mara. He controls the bouncing ball. Quick hands find the running player. Score for the Hawks. Hawthorn had scored the last 3 goals. The Hawks leads by 19. Big thump from McAvoy. Mackie collects it. Murdoch on the ball at the moment. Puts the head down as he runs in. Burgoyne was clearly holding the ball there. Selwood sends the ball on its way. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well.
The Hawks have just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. Taylor slams the ball to his boot. He gets the upper hand.
That's a massive kick. Bruce soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Bruce tries his luck with a shot at goal. Hawthorn by 20 points. Taylor assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. Gregson keeps it alive with a foot. Kicks hurriedly. Mitchell gains possession. Ball up in the centre square.
McAvoy is really good at getting up in the ruck, but his directional taps need some more work. A shocker of a kick. Puopolo knocks it through for a point. It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open up. Yes, Geelong might get hurt on the rebound, but I think more scoring opportunities will present themselves. Not much time remaining in the quarter. Motlop kicks the ball. Gregson really forced to earn that mark. Puts boot to ball. He grabs it.
All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato, quickly disposed of by Selwood. There's been a lot to enjoy in the third quarter. The scores are the Hawks 46, Geelong 25.
If Hawthorn can maintain their structures and continue playing on their terms, then this game is a foregone conclusion. So it's just about the last roll of the dice if Geelong intend to make any inroads to this deficit.
Time to check the stats. Richo.
The Hawks and Geelong are close in handballs. Neither team appears to have a distinct advantage. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. Geelong is slightly ahead with 24 to 18.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richard. The final term has commenced.
Pain is temporary. It may last a minute, an hour, or a day, or a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If you quit, however, it will last forever.
The ball bounced favourably for Smith. Goes short with a hand pass. And the ball goes over the boundary near the 50. It'll be tossed in from the boundary. The ruckman jostle for position.
McAvoy will give you a competitive contest in every hit out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. Gregson slams the ball to his boot. Menzel with the ball, puts boot to ball. Motlop takes the mark uncontested. He takes the contested mark.
The ball goes out of bounds on the full, and the ball goes sailing out of bounds. Boots it. Menzel, the better man there.
Well, Geelong haven't been able to set up many shots at goal, but I'm not sure that's the forward's fault. The ball has been coming in way too slow. You can't expect your forward to kick a winning total that way. It's intercepted. McAvoy finds the running player.
Something has gone on behind play, and there will be a free kick. Hurley slams it on the boot. A lovely drop punt. Strong mark by Motlop. Jams it on the boot. Murdoch got under it.
Murdoch is a great mark on the lead, but he can sometimes get worked under the ball in the contest. If he can lift his overhead capability, he will be a star. Gibson puts his boot on it. Motlop, just the better man in that contest.
Out of bounds on the full it goes. The ball crosses the line. The kick not making its intended target. A mark by Gregson. A rushed kick. So well timed. The spiralling torpedo from Burgoyne. And the mark will be paid. Kicked by Mackey. Nice hands.
Burgoyne has some great leadership skills, and leadership is about getting other players involved and being able to take it as well as dishing it out. The only way you're going to get respect from your teammates. Murdoch kicks it. Dangerfield with a strong mark. Sending it on its way. O'Meara with real good use of the body.
Run control to Major Tom. He got the set. Oh, what a grab.
Hurley puts his boot on it.
The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Jams it on the boot now. Marks. Nice drop punt. Menzel marks. Stabs the ball. Smith presents and takes the mark.
Geelong just aren't running for each other and creating any space to work into, and as a result they haven't been able to earn many shots inside 50. Even under extreme pressure he's got the handball out. Dangerfield gets the ball. Burgoyne sends it out to open space. Tui gets bumped. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Smith just hoping for the best. The ball gets smothered. Hughes blocks it. He takes possession. McAvoy may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. Rough head, goes for home. Perfect kick.
The Ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Claimed by McAvoy, it bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Tapped by Smith. Pick up by Burgoyne. He brings it out of the pack. Hawthorn have played some very good football indeed, and they've been rewarded with a win. Richo, any last-minute thoughts?
The Cats, if you don't have time to do things right, when will you ever have time to do it over?
That's pretty deep, Richo. Final scores are 52-25. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Richo.
Thanks, Dennis. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Until next time, goodbye.
Find the striving, teamwork is the thing that told.